Hello students, till now we have seen two methods of calculating the rate constant. One is by using graph and another is by using integrated rate equation. There is one more method to calculate the rate constant, that is half-life time. We call it as T-half. Now this topic, half-life time, is very important with respect to the derivations and numerical. You can expect a 2 or 3 mark numerical based on this topic. So what is the half-life time? From the name itself, we can give a guess about the meaning of half-life time. It is the time taken for the completion of half of the reaction. Or in other words, we can say it is the time taken by reactant to reduce to half of its original value. Suppose I am taking a reactant and its concentration is 100 mole per liter. Now, how much time it will require to get to its half, that is 50 mole per liter, will be called as half-life time for that reaction. Now, as we have seen in case of integrated rate equation, we have done it separately for zero order reaction, first order reaction. The same way, half-life time for zero order reaction will be separate one and formula for the first order reaction will be separate one. So, we'll begin with for zero order reaction. What is the formula of rate constant for zero order reaction? It is K equals to R0 minus R upon T. Let us consider this as equation 1. We know that R0 is the initial concentration of the reactant and T will be the time. R will be the amount of reactant left out. Now, when we are considering time at exactly half, since we are calculating half-life time, we will consider time as T half. At T half, what will be the rate constant? At T half, we have said that the initial concentration of the reactant exactly gets reduced to its half value. So now we will substitute the value of T and R0 in the equation 1. So substituting these values in equation 1 will get K equals to R0 minus R0 upon 2 upon T half, where T half will indicate half-life time. Simplifying this, we'll get K equals to R0 upon T half. I will rearrange this equation. 2K I will say. So T half equals to R0 upon 2K. Now this equation or this formula you will use for calculating the half-life time for the zero order reaction. From this formula, for what we can indicate that the half-life time for zero order reaction is directly proportional to the initial concentration of the reactant, or half-life time is inversely proportional to the rate constant in case of a zero order reaction. You have to remember these two facts. But based on this formula will be important one where you will expect the numerical. Now that was for zero order reaction. Let us do this for first order reaction. For first order reaction, we know equation is K equals to 2.303 upon T log R0 upon R. Now again we'll consider the time where the reaction has exactly completed its half, or the original concentration of reactant has exactly reduced to half. Let us substitute in this equation 1. What will get? K equals to 2.303 upon T half log R0 upon R0 by 2. We can immediately cancel out the common term. So this will become T half equals to 2.303 K log 2. We know the value of log 2, that is 0.3010. So 2.303 upon K into the value of log 2. Solving this, we get t half equals to 0.693 upon k. Now this is the formula which will help you to calculate the rate constant for first order reaction. Now from this formula t half equals to 0.693 k, we can say that the t half for the first order reaction is independent of the initial concentration of the reactant. Based on this statement that T half is independent of initial concentration, especially in case of first order reaction, we can expect a 1 mark question, or we can expect any MCQ type of question. So today we have seen how to calculate the half-life time for zero order and first order reactions. Since the numericals are an important part related to this topic, today we'll solve some numericals related to half-life time. We will begin with the simplest numerical, where we are supposed to calculate the half-life period for a first order reaction, and there are three different rate constant given to us with different SI unit. So what is the formula for T half for the first order reaction? It is equal to 0.693 upon K. So let us begin with the case 1. In case 1, T half equals to 0.693 upon the rate constant is given 200 seconds. On solving this, we will get the value 3.465 into 10 to power minus 3 second. Similarly, for second case, formula remains same. Remember, write the formula. If you don't write the formula, you will lose half mark in your board exam. In second case, formula remains same. The value of rate constant is different, 0.693 upon 2. On solving this, we get the answer 0.3465 minute. Now similarly, let us do it for third case, where the rate constant is given in terms of year. 0.693 upon 4 year. We get 0.1732 year. So this is a straightforward numerical which we can expect for 2 mark. Let us move on to some complicated numericals. Moving on to the next numerical. The next numerical says that the half-life period for radioactive decay is 5730 year. An archaeological artifact containing wood had only 80% C14 found in a living tree. We are supposed to calculate the age of the sample. Now there are two tricks or two ways to know the data given in the numerical. The very first thing is, it is saying it's a radioactive element. That means it's a first order reaction. Then it is saying that it had 80% in the sample. That means 20% reaction is complete and 80% is left out. So suppose initial concentration we are taking 100. The left out concentration will be 80. Because the language says artifact contained wood had 80% found in a living tree. Had they said 80% was completed, then the left out concentration would have been 20. Now we are supposed to find out the age of the sample. For that, first of all, we need to calculate the rate constant. T half equals to 0.693 upon K, or I will say K equals to 0.693 upon T half. The value of T half is given to us as 5730 years. On solving this, we get the value 1.209 into 10 to power minus 4 year. Once we have got the value of rate constant, we can move ahead. We are supposed to calculate the age of the sample. That means we have to calculate T. So we will use the equation for the first order, 2.303 upon K log R0 upon R. This is 2.303 upon K, value is 1.209 into 10 to power minus 4 log initial concentration 100 upon 80. Now either you can directly reduce it by dividing by 4, or you can do log 100 minus log 80, or you can simplify this factor and solve. By any way you can do the calculation, but solving this overall thing, we get the answer 1846 year. So this is your final answer. The age of the sample is 1846 year. Next numerical. Half-life time of a first order reaction decomposition of nitroamide is 2.1 hour. So let us write the data given immediately. Half-life time is given 2.1 hour at 15 degrees Celsius. Now if 6.2 of nitroamide is allowed to decompose 99%, calculate the time required to decompose 99%. So obviously initial concentration will become 100 and the left concentration will be 1 because 99% has been already decomposed. Being a first order reaction, we'll use the equation K equals to 0.693 upon T half. Remember, in all these equations, first of all, you are supposed to calculate the rate constant. Then only you can use the integrated rate equation. So this is 0.693 upon 2.1. This will get 0.33 R inverse. Now once the rate constant is there with us, we can easily go for the next one. We are supposed to calculate the time required. Therefore time equals to this is 2.303 upon T log R0 upon R. So this is 2.303. This is K here. 0.33 log initial concentration is 100 upon the final concentration, as 99% is completed, it is 1. So we know the value of log 100, that is 2. So 2.303 upon 0.33 log 2. On solving this, we get the answer 13.96 R. So this is how we can solve the numericals of first order related to half-life time. Next numerical is of little bit different type. In the given reaction, thionyl chloride decomposes giving sulfur dioxide and chlorine. It's a first order reaction. Half-life time is given to us 3.15 into 10 to power 4 second. Now what percentage of SO2 Cl2 would be decomposed on heating for 90 minutes? So what is the information given to us? T half is given to us 3.15 into 10 to power 4 second. Then time is given to us 90 minutes. And we are supposed to calculate the percentage of SO2 Cl2 that would be decomposed. That means we are supposed to calculate the amount of reactant left out. Okay. So we can calculate T equals to 2.303 upon K log R0 upon R. We don't know the value of R. But right now I don't have the value of K also. So first of all we need to calculate the rate constant. K equals to 0.693 upon T half. That is equal to 0.693 upon 3.15 into 10 to power 4. On solving this, we'll get the answer 2.2 into 10 to power minus 5 second inverse. Now that value we can use over here. T is given 90 minutes, but it is in minute. This is in second. So we are supposed to convert it into seconds. So time becomes 5400 seconds. This is 90 into 60 seconds. That is equal to 2.303. K we have got 2.2 into 10 to power minus 5 log R0 upon R. Transposing the terms, we'll get log R0 upon R equals to 5400 into 2.2 into 10 to power minus 5 divided by 2.303. This comes to be 0.0516. Now we have got the value of log R0 upon R. So R0 upon R, That will be equal to antilog of 0.0516, and we get that answer equals to 0.888. Now still the solution is not complete. They have asked us the amount of percentage SO2Cl2 would be decomposed. So amount of SO2Cl2 decomposed will be equal to 1 minus 0.888. Let us consider the initial concentration is 1, and therefore we'll get it as 1 minus 0.888, that is equal to 0.112, and hence the percentage of SO2Cl2 decomposed, that is equal to 0.112 upon 1 into 100, thus becomes equals to 11.2%. So this is how the numericals can be framed in twist and turn manner for half-life time. Here comes the next numerical. In the next numerical, the value of T half is not directly given to us. Instead, it says that a first order reaction takes 69.3 minutes for 50% completion. So here it must be clicked that this is T half because reaction has been completed 50%. Now we are supposed to calculate the time required for 80% completion. So let us solve it. T half is given to us 69.3 minutes, and the left out concentration will be 20 because 80% has been already completed. How we can solve it? T equals to 2.303 upon K log R0 upon R. Again, the value of the rate constant is not available. So let us first calculate that by using the formula. K equals to 0.693 upon T half. 0.693 upon T half is 69.3. So the calculation becomes very easy. It becomes 0.01 minute inverse. Now let us substitute in this. This is 2.303 upon K is 69.3. Sorry, it is 0.01 log 100 upon 20. Now here either directly you can take log 5 or you can do log 100 minus log 20. Anyways, you can solve it. By solving this, we get the answer 161 minute. Remember, if you don't write the SI unit, you will lose the marks in your board exam. So writing SI unit is an important one. Let us solve one numerical based on zero order reaction. In this question, the rate constant for a zero order reaction is given 0.0030 mole liter inverse second inverse. We have been given the initial concentration. We have been given the final concentration. So let us solve it. But before that, we'll write the information available with us. Rate constant K is given 0.0030 mole liter inverse second inverse. The initial concentration is given to us 0.1010 molar, and the final concentration is 0.075 molar. And we are supposed to calculate the time. So T equals to R0 minus R upon K. The value of R0, 0.10 minus 0.0075 upon K is 0.0030. On solving this, we get the answer 8.33 seconds. Now again, this is a very simple numerical. A first order decomposition takes place in 40 minutes. So time is given to us 40 minutes. For 30% decomposition, calculate its T half value. We know for first order reaction, we can calculate T half by the formula 0.693 upon K. But we don't have the value of rate constant. So first of all, we'll calculate the value of rate constant. It is equal to 2.303 upon T log R0 upon R. So this is 2.303 upon 40 log. Initial concentration will be 100 and 30% has been already decomposed. So how much will be left with us? 70. So either you can take it as 10 by 7, then log 10 minus 7, or you can take it as log 3.33. Anyway, you can solve the answer. The value of K here is 8.92 into 10 to power minus 8 minute. Sorry, this is not minus 8, this is minus 3. Now the answer becomes very easy. 0.693 upon 8.92 into 10 to power minus 3, and we get the value of T half as 77.7 minute. Next numerical. The half-life period for a reaction of first order is 2.31 into 10 to power 3 minute. How long will it take? So we are supposed to calculate the time for 1/5 of the reactant to be left behind. So in this numerical, it is not giving a clear statement regarding how much is completed, how much is decomposed, or how much is left out. So how to do such type of numericals? We are supposed to calculate the time. So for that we need the formula 2.303 upon K log R0 upon R. But the value of rate constant is not available with us. So let us calculate the rate constant. Being a first order reaction, this is the formula 0.693 upon 2.31 into 10 to power 3. So the value of rate constant becomes 3.8 into 10 to power minus 4 minute. Substitute this value here, 2.303 upon 3.8 into 10 to power minus 4 log. Now neither the initial concentration is given to us nor any indication is given. So we'll consider it as X, and it is asking for 1/5 of the reactant to be left behind. So the left behind is X by 5. X gets cancelled. So this is 2.303 upon 3.8 into 10 to power minus 4 log 5. We'll solve and we'll get the answer 5.366 into 10 to power 8 minute. So this is how we can solve the numericals, which will have correlation between the half-life time and the rate constant for zero order as well as for the first order reaction. That's all for the day. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.